All right, had to do a yucky thing at the end of the day today. Now I am free of this place for 2 whole days and hopefully able to just kind of forget everything for 48 hours. I got a brisket waiting for me at home, y'all, that I am going to season well, wrap in foil, and let rest in the fridge overnight. And then I'm going to make that bad boy up, and it is going to be an excellent experience. And I cannot wait to share that with you all. If only I could have you all around to taste it, but then I would have to share an exceedingly large amount of my brisket with you, which at the end of the day would probably cause some friction. So probably for the best that we go ahead and not do that. You can just enjoy my brisket from afar, and perhaps it will inspire you to make your own brisket. And that is, at the end of the day, what YouTube's kind of all about. They call us influencers, not celebrities, not entertainers, not anything else that you could use to describe a person that exists in reality prior to YouTube. Prior to YouTube, as far as I'm aware, we weren't using the term influencer. What does the term influencer translate to plainly? And I think very plainly it translates to someone who influences other people. You are an influencer of other people. And it's kind of a scary thought, as I've heard people compare this term to the likes of Charles Manson. And they're like, before the internet, the most popular influencer we had was Charles Manson, who influenced a cult of people to do horrific things. And it's fascinating. I don't think they ever used that term directly to describe him, though it fits what he did to the T. He influenced a mass amount of people to do what he felt needed to be done. And then from there, how does that translate into social media? And it's exceptionally interesting to me, because it's like social media influencers, they're influencing people to do what exactly? I look at somebody like Mr. Beast, and he's like the biggest name in YouTube right now. What exactly is he influencing people to do? Is he influencing people to watch his content? Is he influencing people to partake in these crazy wild games that he hosts? What is he influencing? And is that a term that really can be used universally for anybody who does work on YouTube? I mean, I suppose it probably can be used globally, but I don't suppose that it can be, how do I want to say this? It could be used globally, but I don't suppose that it can be applied accurately on a global scale. I've recently been watching videos on how to sing Gregorian chant, and I've been watching this gentleman teach people how to sing Gregorian chant, and bless his heart, he's a nice guy, but my goodness, he goes way too far into the weeds. I just need to know how to make my voice do the thing that I want it to do. I don't want to know how to read your stanzas. But at any rate, would you say that he is somebody who is influencing people to learn Gregorian chant? Because at the end of the day, I influenced myself to want to learn it, and therefore seek him out to learn it. And from him, I will learn it. He didn't influence or inspire me to get into Gregorian chant. He helped me acquire the goal that I wanted. And I think there's a lot of education on YouTube And that is probably the biggest and most valuable platform, or the most valuable commodity on YouTube. If you can teach someone how to do something, that is what they want above all else. And I am particular to the entertainment niche and would like to be able to entertain people. But at the end of the day, entertainment is only going to get me so far, especially if the people I'm running into don't find my entertainment entertaining. But if I were teaching someone how to make an animation, because that's what I've done, if I were teaching somebody how to manage their time, because that's what I do, then I would be providing them direct value, and they would see the direct results and the direct values in the things that I am giving them, the things that I'm teaching them, which would then mean, in my opinion, that people on YouTube, for one, they should have a variable term. We shouldn't just all call ourselves social media influencers, because I think a greater chunk of us aren't in fact influencers, and that we are in fact teachers. And it sparks an even more dangerous conversation as to the potential downfall of college. And college educations have been downtrodden in modern society. The cost of college is just egregiously high, and the reward for college is egregiously low. So then, why? Why do we do college at all? And the bottom line, end of the story question or answer is like, and it's a global thing with a lot of things in this society, and it gets very scary when you look behind the curtain, but like, we don't really need it. Most jobs on the market can be taught. And in fact, I would say most jobs on the market should be taught. I have hired people who are both professionally educated in the job that, or in the field that I'm hiring for, and hired people who have actually worked in the field that I'm hiring for. And dollars to donuts, 8 times out of 10, it is always the experience that rules out, because they've been there, they've been doing it. And a lot of college programs offer in-field experience, which helps out a ton. But at the end of the day, if you've been in the department doing the work for a long period of time, it just makes sense to give you the promotion, or to give you the job, or to give you the whatever. And it's less work on my end, because I still have to train that college graduate. Like, that degree does not forego the training process. And the training process is painful, it's expensive, and it's egregious, and it takes up a lot of time. And so until we are able to get college graduates who are also so efficient that they are not in need of extensive training, then it doesn't make sense to me. And it's interesting to me that we live in this world, in this society, that I am totally driving right past a good friend of mine. This is wild. I wonder if he knows that that's me who just passed him. I have got to get my phone out and text him, and you are all gonna be like, you are texting while driving. And it's kind of funny. I wonder if he knows. Well, he's now gonna try and pass me. So this will be interesting. We'll see if he realizes he's right next to me. That's funny. I think he did realize. I'm now going to follow him. And we're going to play this game of leapfrog. And we're going to follow each other all the way home. But anyway, what I was saying, after our diversion, what I was saying was, what is the point of college at this point? if YouTube is the extent of the education that we need in modern society, because YouTube is now a career in and of itself. And so the idea here would be, if I can get educated in YouTube through YouTube and then go to YouTube and succeed on YouTube and have a job, I've completely superbed the entire infrastructure that is built in place, that the society is putting in place for us to strive on or succeed on or at least exist on. And so how wild is that how wild is that we live in a time now where something exists so outside of the norm that one can completely uproot the plan that society has put in place for us. And like, as time goes by, society adapts more and more to YouTube's existence on the job market and to the jobs that it offers. But it also is still so brand new. Like, YouTube as a career, as an actual career choice, maybe dates back 10 years, maybe. That's like putting us at 2015. I don't know if people were in 2015 realizing that YouTube was a legit career path. I think the shutdown is what really kind of ramped it up, and we had what was known as the Great Resignation. People were learning how to be able to do their jobs or live their lives with only one income, and it was a whole thing for the whole world to get used to, and it worked quite well. And I think that was what really informed the entire world that, like, hey, this can work. YouTube can be a thing. It's not this glamorous thing. It's not everybody on YouTube's not going to be Mr. Beast or Logan Paul or some massive celebrity, but you can make a living on here. And obviously making a living is a lucid term in the fact that one man's living is another man's poverty, but that is at least a reality that more people realize. Like, you could definitely make a living on YouTube in 2015. I just don't know that it was as public as it is now, to where you have people openly leaving their work environment for opportunities on YouTube. Like, that was, I would say, unheard of back then. I'm trying to think about what I was doing in 2015. Where was I in 2015? And I think I was working at Home Depot. Was I even seriously paying attention to YouTube, even from a watching standpoint? I don't think that the answer to that question is yes. I've not ever, in any social media platform, have I ever really gotten into like the platform, so to speak. I've not ever been like, oh yes, I need to get my daily dose of Facebook in, or my daily dose of Instagram. When I was younger, maybe. When Facebook first came out, I was on there quite frequently. But since time has elapsed, and even like, I would say high school even, like, Facebook came out or became more public when I was in 7th or 8th grade. I think my parents let me make one when I was in 8th grade. And then probably by the junior year of high school, I was largely over it. But, yeah. So, it was interesting, but it was also, like, it didn't last forever. It was only so interesting. I only did so much with it. And then the newness wore off, and I moved on to life as we know it. And that is fine. But now it is entrenched in society, and it's not going away. It's not a fad. It's not going to be something that generations after us are unaware of its existence. It's going to be something where generations after us can't imagine a time without it. And that is when you know that you have changed the world. When the generations to come cannot imagine a time where this thing did not exist, versus when generations to come don't know that it ever did exist. And those are two very different things, but they kind of rule the roost in terms of longevity in this world. And that is what I have for you in today's video. I'm hoping that I might have some CDs in my mailbox, and I'm going to come and set everything back up for brisket time. So you all come by and enjoy that. Thanks for stopping by and experiencing my wild adventure.